The main character of Evil West, Jesse, is a no-nonsense action man, a stubbled slab of beef who sees every situation in black and white. He's the type to remind you constantly that he's not cut out for pencil-pushing desk work, as if you couldn't tell by looking at him that he'd struggle to even hold a pencil without snapping it in half. In other words, he's neither refined nor imaginative. But he is solid, focused, and capable of magnificent violence. A description that equally applies to Evil West. In an alternate late 19th century USA, Jesse is the top field agent at family business the Renshaw Institute, an organization established to combat a scourge of vampires that have been nibbling on cowboys since the founding fathers. There's more to the story than that, of course, explained in cutscenes sandwiched between the game's 16 missions, but walloping the undead is always your chief concern. This story is full of drab locations, characters twinged with hints of political regressiveness, and interactions made up of expletive-laden growls. The aim is to evoke the vibe of a macho 80s action movie, but it's a clumsy tribute act. Fortunately, Evil West is much more comfortable on the battlefield. Its monsters are monstrous, and Jesse has a wealth of tricks up his sleeve, or at least a metal gauntlet that adds extra heft to his punches. Regular blows can knock even some of the biggest critters out of their stride, while a charged uppercut launches smaller ones into the air. At the same time though, Jesse is also very much a gunslinger, and the game does a sterling job swinging between shootouts and brawls, often even within the same encounter. Some enemies have weak spots that are revealed only as they wind up an attack, and if you're quick on the draw, you can punish them before they make their move. As the game goes on, you unlock a host of other weapons, and eventually you have so many options, it's hard to remember them all while continually dodging and parrying. The complexity should become second nature though, because Evil West prompts you to deploy everything in order to survive. Sometimes it's surprising just how much Evil West throws at you, and because of the numbers there are frustrations. In general, you tend to get a feel for when off-screen enemies are due to come thundering in from behind, but there are moments where you'll be blindsided by an unreasonable convergence of assaults, or when you can't get a clear shot at a weak spot because there's too much traffic in the way. Also, while performance is far from shoddy, explosions and particle effects can sabotage the frame rate sporadically, while rare glitches might leave Jesse irretrievably stuck in the floor or a monster left floating in the air. Apart from such minor issues though, for much of the game, Evil West's combat remains a robust, gory delight. At times it's close to brilliant. It's only in the final third that it begins to fade, as the vampires run out of new creatures to throw at you and instead rehash combinations of familiar ugly faces ad nauseum. As the final showdown approaches then, you may wish you could get on with it even faster. At least by then, Jesse has learned a thing or two. Perhaps if there's a sequel, he'll combine his proficiency in vampire hunting with a desire for a richer, more sophisticated world.
Evil never sleeps, but it bleeds.
Is rot in the sun.